What's up guys, welcome to this POV review by AUDI. My name is Martin and I'm in sunny California today to test the all-new Audi RS7 performance. So the Audi RS6 and RS7 came out in 2019 and it is a big hit in the US and in Europe, of course, everywhere in the world. People really like the car, really like the presence of it, but the performance and dynamics of it could use an update. So Audi did just that. This is the performance edition. So back in the day with the C6 and stuff, they called it a plus, so you had an R6 plus, but now it's performance. Same story as with the C7 generation. That was a 605 horsepower Audi RS7 performance. This is a 630 horsepower Audi RS7, so the most powerful RS7 ever made. And it's quite a cool update if you ask me. So we have more noise, more performance, better traction, more engagement and more driving fun basically. And what I also absolutely love is the fact that they reintroduced the matte aluminium look on the mirror caps and stuff like with the old fast Audis. Really like that. So let's start at the front. This is what I'm talking about. So these little pieces right here, that aluminium colored winglets and spoilers and diffusers and stuff. This is a matte blue color, which for an Audi RS7 looks absolutely cool. And what I also really like is, you know, that blue color from like Audi RS2s and stuff. That's the color they have on the caliper right there. This is fitted with the optional carbon ceramics. And this also has the new 22-inch lightweight wheels, so these are 5 kilos lighter on each quarter, 20 kilos all around, and if you opt for the carbon ceramics it's another 30, so that's 50 kilos of unsprung weight. That is insane. That's really a lot, guys. So another matte aluminium accent right there. The mirror caps, really love that. And we have new special tires. So these are Conti Sport Contact 7s, and they improve the performance of the car a lot, because the Audi R6 and R7 are quite heavy cars and they are such a heavy burden for the tires. With the normal Audi R6 and R7, the tires were just really a letdown. So they really improved on that. They made like a spider graph of it, and you can really tell that the performance in every way has gained by a lot. So at the rear, again, that matte aluminium. You can also get all these details in matte carbon fiber. So matte carbon fiber is also a theme of the performance editions. And we still have the two oval exhausts. They did nothing to the sound except for deleting 8 kilos of sound insulation. That should give it a better sound on the inside. The outside sound is still the same. What's also new is the emotional startup. So if you don't start up the car but just turn on the ignition and then go for RS mode like that, you get an emotional start. Well, let's first do it without it. Just regular old auto mode, boring startup like that. Turn it off again. And this, don't become too emotional, guys. It is really emotional. So get those tissues. There it is. Oh! It is a pretty decent sound, although we do have that stupid rev limiter, that nanny telling us not to rev up the car too much. So that's it, basically what you can do at the McDonald's parking lot. What I really love is, that's also a theme with the Plus and performance models in the past, is the blue accents in the stitching and in the carbon fiber. So not only is it matte carbon fiber, that's exclusive to the Performance Edition, but it's also with a blue weave in there, which is kind of awesome. Also blue stitching everywhere. Really awesome detailing. Really awesome details. So let's get driving. Just stick it into RS mode and just turn everything off, because we have a very fun road ahead. But traffic is a bit disappointing, so we have to pull a gap and then hope for the best. What they also changed is like gearbox software. It's more sporty, more aggressive in RS mode, and they have changed the sport diff, which is also a very nice upgrade, because the driving dynamics of a normal RS6 or RS7, it's just not a very engaging car. So I really hope they improved on that. So here we go. Let's see if we can notice that upgraded sport differential on this Audi R7 Performance. Oh, it's such a heavy car. We can definitely feel that unsprung weight being less. It's easier to turn in, it's more aggressive. Now of course the RS7 is a bit more dynamic than the 6 because of all that weight on the rear axle, with the Audi RS6 being an Avant, and you don't have that with the 7. It's not a sports car, it really isn't, but wow, it can really push through a corner. Especially that new sport differential is very, very capable and impressive. Wow! And we have an extra 30 horsepower and 50 Newton meters of torque, so you really notice that. We always complain about this gen of Audi R6, R7s with all the new filters being a bit filtered. Hence the filters, you can really feel it when you drive that car, and this is just more punchy. They increased the turbo pressure from 2.4 bars to 2.6, different turbochargers, so they went all the way to improve the performance of this vehicle. It's not just a bit of software for the gearbox and for the engine. No. They really tried to make it the best they can. Now I have to say those new sport contact tires really help. The combination of that easy turn in because of that unsprung weight being that much less, and the more sticky tire is just magic. That's progression. That's a different car really. Oh, that's nice. Now of course I would have loved to try it out on the Autobahn with the extra horsepower. And we'll definitely do performance measurements later in this video to see if it will really do the claimed 3.4 seconds to 100. That used to be 3.6. Oh. It might not sound brilliant on the outside, but on the inside you get that muscle car V8 sound that you just don't get in an M5 or an E63 AMG. Really like that. It's definitely the best sounding car from the inside of the three. Oh man. Oh, and that gearbox, it is super snappy, especially if you pull all the way through, and you can really feel that next gear just banging in. Now downwards, let's really lean on those big carbon ceramic brakes. So as you can see the performance graph, you really feel like you want to short shift in this car, which I just didn't. You hear that lovely rev limiter, but it's really a mid-range engine this. It's super strong. And then after 6,000 RPM, just it really dives in power. but underneath 6,000, Jesus, this thing is so capable. Really like these tires, they improve the car by a lot. I mean, driving downwards with a heavy car is so challenging for the technique, and it just copes with it all. Brake performance is always there, always. I just finished my drive with one of these with steel brakes, and they were actually not that bad. They held on pretty long, so I would always go for the carbons, but the steel ones, not too shabby. Oh, that is nice. But that was one of the challenges for Audi with the performance. Get the understeer eliminated, and you can really tell that they succeeded with that. Oh, I mean, these aren't the fastest corners, so here you don't notice the weight pushing the front wheels. It might with a bit of faster corners like on track, but you know, it's not a track car, it really isn't. But what a joy to drive this thing here. It is really, really impressive. So it looks like we have a little straight coming up, so we can do 0 to 60, 0 to 100 over there, probably. Because what they also improved on is the fact that you now get a launch control animation, so you get like a flashing light, which you didn't get with the previous R6 or the non-performance R6. So I guess you get that with all R6s nowadays, because you know, it's not just a performance option, I guess. But it is nice to know that launch control is working, which you just didn't know previously. So that's a nice little upgrade, I guess. All good. Oh, that's fast. Jesus. Yeah, that is really fast. So that was 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds, 0 to 60, 3.0. And if we use the American method, since we are an American with a 1-foot rollout, it was a 2.8. Wow. Audi, I think the RS6 and R7 are now what they should have been from the get-go, but you know, you finally made it. It is a very capable car in every way. It's a practical, sporty vehicle that can really go round a corner now. So a fantastic update to the Audi RS6 and Audi RS7. Thanks a lot to Audi for having me here in California. Really enjoyed it and the car. So hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, and see you at the next one. Bye.